Well, hi there. This is going to be our first attempt at an online class in case this is needed. And what I've done here is I've opened up exercise 6-5. If you don't have this available to you on your computer, you can find it on my Google Classroom page and you can download this file and you will be starting in the exact same spot as I am. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this first exercise, 6-6, using the average if. So let's talk about that. The average if function is going to average cell values only if they meet a certain criteria. So we're only going to include averages of green M&Ms in a bowl if you are over the age of 18. All right, or you could use another example. I'm only going to average my golf scores if you shot a score better than 40. So these are some examples of how you might be able to use an average if. We're going to start by going to cell E22, and you can see I just simply click my cursor there, and you can follow along on the screen. You can stop and pause and resume play at any time. So we're going to click the F of X button, and that F of X button's right up here. That's the insert function button, and we are going to choose from the category statistical. So we click that drop down option, and these are the statistical options that are available to us, and we're going to locate average if. And before we go any further, we're going to take a quick moment to read this. It finds the average, which is called the arithmetic mean, for the cells in a given range based on a criteria. That criteria is the if portion of what we're doing here. So we'll go ahead and choose OK, and it opens up this wonderful functions argument dialog box. And the first thing it asks us for is the range. Well, the range is D7 through D14. You'll notice that the dialog box will minimize. That's for you to have more room on the screen while you're working. But our range here is the number of stores with downtime. Okay? We notice that some of these stores have no downtime at all, like Eugene and Olympia. So there's 0. Well, why would we include those in our average? So this situation is going to be an average if. And then in the criteria box, the average is going to be if their downtime is greater than 0. So I just use the greater than sign and then the 0 to set the rule. All right, so this is saying that it's only going to add the averages if the information in cells D7 through D14 is greater than 0. We're going to click OK. And you're going to see that the result is 1. It's also formatted without any decimals. Well, if we do the average here, and I'm just going to do a quick selection. You don't have to do this while you're watching here. I'm just going to select the stores that have downtime. And if we look down here, it says the average is actually 1.375. All right, so in order for me to change that, I'm going to look at this formula. All right, looks good. And I'm going to choose the increase decimal button. That's this button right here in our number group, and we're going to hit that button 2 times to add the decimals to the right. Now, it might not be lined up quite properly. You can see it's indented a little bit. Here, if I do this, you can see that it's a little bit to the right of the margin or left of the margin, so we're going to go ahead and change that. We can fix that by pressing Control-1, which is our Format Cells dialog box. And in the Number tab, we're just going to choose the General option and click OK. And there it adds the 3rd decimal value. This is the completion of exercise 6-6. I hope this helps, and I hope you can follow along as we continue to work through this chapter.